and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and Charles kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Seahawks set to go on offense here, and it is the Pro Bowler Geno Smith at quarterback, Charles, in his 12th NFL season.
And Smith continues to show that his career resurgence hasn't been some fluke. He's brought a level of maturity, stability, and good play that allows him to compete with any team on any given week. The real question is whether or not he can become a championship-caliber quarterback. Only time will tell, but for now, he's done enough to give this franchise reason to believe they can certainly get the job done.
First carry here for Ken Walker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they could be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
He'll buy some time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Up the middle, here's Walker. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Third down and 13. Here's Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on third down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Geno Smith scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon.
Yeah, this is pretty similar to the Wildcat plays that were bouncing around the league circa 2008 or so. The idea here, just snap it right to the guy you want to run with it. In theory, you're getting yourself an extra blocker. And here, that Wildcat runner is your quarterback. And he takes it into the end zone.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So the Falcons make their way out behind their new quarterback for 2024. Signed back in March, the veteran Kirk Cousins.
And coming off of an offseason where Kirk Cousins was coming back from an Achilles injury, he thought that was going to be his biggest challenge. Instead, the Falcons drafted Michael Penix out of Washington in the first round. And while that was a jolt, Kirk Cousins has a great ability to just shake things off, move forward, and let his talents come through.
Now Cousins. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Cousins. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Play fake. Cousins. A complete to Drake London. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. To throw is Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Throwing, Cousins.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. It feels pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second down and 8.
Smith now to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
Room past the 35.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On the counter, it's Walker.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Here's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
This is the tight end fan. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can't be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They go play action. Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, Incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Cousins again. And this will be caught by Mooney. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 5. Cousins now. Short throw caught by Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons 1st down as the tackle made at the 42. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Excellent catch there by Pitts. And there are many players in this position who can rival the type of athleticism he brings to the table. Here in year 4, the Falcons, they're expecting a monster year from him.
To throw, Cousins. That's complete to Mooney. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. 2nd down and a yard. Cousins to throw it. And incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this 1st half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Throwing is Cousins. Got an open man. It's McLeod.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
2nd down and 3. Now Cousins. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Tyrell Dodson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Cousins. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Cousins. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Darnell Mooney, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive spans 13 plays. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Falcons offense and Kirk Cousins getting ready for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, Curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. To throw is Cousins. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone set.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing now is Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Straight ahead, Walker. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here's 3rd and 6. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one goes for 8 yards. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Falcons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing, Cousins. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
The game brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2.
Off the play fake, Cousins. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Play fake, Cousins. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They were going for the big strike right there, but this just terrific coverage by the defense in the end zone.
And what helps being a safety in this spot is the back line of the end zone. Defensive back coaches always preach. That's an extra defender because you know that they can only run so far. They can't run past you out of the back of the end zone. Then you know you can't be beat over the top and gives you a chance to go make a play.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Smith.
He's going to get this complete here to lock it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Smith off the bootleg.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
From the gun, it's Walker.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This offense so far on third down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie.
Myers' kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
Sheds off the tackle, and he won't quite make it to the 25.
So out come the Falcons now.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard.
From the gun, here's Cousins.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Still going. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 44 yards. And the Falcons have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Now, this has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Coup for the extra point.
It's up and good to make it 21-17. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here, so get this up to the 29. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. They'll try the air now with Smith. And Walker has it. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now Geno.
They're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Off of play action. Here's Smith.
That is caught. He's into space past the 25.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
60 yards.
And the Seahawks use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that gives him a 3-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Cousins.
Throw left side, there's London. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Play action now. Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Cousins to throw.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Here's 1st and 10.
Now Cousins.
There's Mooney with another catch.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Here comes 2nd down.
Here's Cousins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long.
Cousins. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this, because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Coup now for the point after.
And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So Geno and the Seahawks down 28-24, 26 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Smith's going to throw it. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Smith to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Smith. This one goes underneath to Walker.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line.
Well, going to be tough to get 2 plays out of this. This could very well be it. Here's Smith.
This for all the marbles. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
One last throw here for Smith. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game. So the victory here for Seattle. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.